You realize that with the more recent complaint that you filed a complaint with the probation office, effectively asking the probation office if Ashley was in violation of her probation. And is that about right? Did I describe
Yes,
that? And what did they tell you up to this point about that?
her probation officer is the one that advised me to go to the Huron County Sheriff Department or my local police department, um, and file a report, and that she would follow up when she hears from the sheriff.
Hmm.
So then, after I did all that, she continued to post and do different things. I reached
Ashley
back out,
did,
Ashley. I
right?
reached back out to
You realize that with the more recent complaint that you filed a complaint with the probation office, effectively asking the probation office if Ashley was in violation of her probation. And is that about right? Did I describe
Yes,
that? And what did they tell you up to this point about that?
her probation officer is the one that advised me to go to the Huron County Sheriff Department or my local police department, um, and file a report, and that she would follow up once she hears from the sheriff.
Hmm.
So then, after I did all that, she continued to post and do different things. I reached
Ashley
back out,
did,
Ashley. I
right?
reached back out to her probation officer.
And that's
And
Kelly Bias.
correct,
Yes, go ahead. I don't mean to
from
interrupt.
from from Mary County,
Hmm.
and she told me I need to reach back out to the deputy and add the additional information to the report,
Hmm.
which I did, and it took almost three days, 4 days for him to return my phone call.
The deputy.
Yes,
Okay. And then what did you and the deputy discuss when you were able to talk with him?
he had me send him copies of the screenshots and that were forwarded to me by a friend, because obviously I can't get on to
Right.
Ashli Ford's pages
She's
and
blocking you from seeing
what she's
what she says she's discovered about your daughter's case.
correct.
Hmm. Go ahead.
So I sent him the screenshots, and he said that he would get back to me, and that was what, going on 2 weeks ago now, if not longer. I
Hmm.
still haven't heard anything back.
So no one's
It's just
contacted. Go ahead.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the sheriff department. Like, I you know reached out to them for help, or they were supposed to be helping in the beginning of all this almost 8 years ago, and then everything went silent after less than a year later, after there was, even posted in the papers how the sheriff had made mention that he would not you know let
It-
anything go. He would
he,
investigate
he,
everything closely.
he would
And now
leave
here,
he would leave no stone unturned, I believe is what he
or,
said.
yep. And another thing is, like, I never even personally spoke to him ever.
The
Not one.
sheriff.
Corbin, no.
Hmm.
I spoke to all the other ones, all the
Hmm.
detectives, but going back to Ashley, now here we are 8 years later almost,
Hmm.
and now she's at it, and the Huron County Sheriff Department still don't want to help.
Right.
Like, why are
So
they letting her do this? Why am I being tormented like this?
Every single badge, every single cop, every single public official, these charges in and of themselves say the same thing. I am incredibly dangerous. Ask any attorney that's had to face off again.
You know, my daughter is no longer with me to answer questions of what happened. And you got people out there making up fairy tale stories and make believe stories. If you got information that you supposedly talked to a friend of the individual that supposedly did this to my daughter and was told that she was burned alive, take it to the Huron County Sheriff Department, take
okay.
it to the detectives, talk to them so they can pull these people in and question them. Don't keep it and just make money off of it.
And you've asked Ashley to do that.
Correct.
And as far as you know, she has not done that.
Correct.
And the sheriff's office hasn't pursued it as far as you know.
Correct.
And nobody from the sheriff's office has since recontacted you with any update about your daughter's the investigation of your daughter's death, Is that correct?
Correct.
And nobody's contacted you and told you what's been decided about the complaint you made to the probation office and to the sheriff's office about telecommunications harassment you feel you're experiencing at the hands of Ashli Ford. Nobody's reached out to you and told you what they've decided to do about that.
No.
So, I've been reporting, and, it took a couple of public records requests, two or three, to get the report that they filed, in which they did make a decision, but they didn't tell you what their decision was. So I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but their probation office, they're not going to do anything about their complaints. As far as I can tell, Kelly Bias indicated to me that she can only control Ashli based on the court order that she has. That means she can only serve the victims that she was convicted of intimidating. They're the only ones that are protected, and you aren't. Is effectively what Kelly Bias said in an email to me. Does that? Do you understand how I'm?
I understand,
Yeah,
and you know what? It doesn't surprise me.
yeah,
It
yeah.
it doesn't surprise me that the law continues to fail individuals in need once again.
Hmm. And that was Kelly Bias. And then at the sheriff's office, they took the report to the law director, Stuart O'Hara, and the assistant law director determined that there would be no charges to be filed against Ashli based on your complaint. And the law director's office didn't call you to tell you that either, and neither did the sheriff. Is that correct?
No.
Yeah, and
The
so
last
I
I
regret that I'm the one who has to inform you of that.
the
Um,
last I heard is it was being handed over to the law director and they wanted more screenshots and it was sent to him, and that's the last I heard from
mhm.
anybody.
All right. Well, what is it that you want people to know? How can they help you? If they want to help you, how can they help you?
Stop reading and believing things that Ashli Ford is posting. Stop paying her to read her lies. And if anybody out there really truly has any information on what happened that night, take it to the Huron County Sheriff Department. Don't don't keep it to yourselves or give it to people like Ashli Ford just to put out there to hang over my head and make things worse every day. You know, people in the beginning of all this, back almost 8 years, told me time will help ease your pain. Time doesn't help heal your pain. It gets worse. It really truly does. With no answers, it gets worse.
And so you're pleading with anyone who has information to come forward.
Yes,
Okay.
it was to my understanding that after after the state highway patrol did their crash investigation, that they had even said that there was no mechanical issues with that truck, and that they truly didn't feel that it was an accident. So anybody that has any information, that's all I want.
And
Caitlin deserves better than what's going on.
and I will reiterate that the report, the crash report from the Ohio State Highway Patrol, did not make a determination about how the vehicle caught fire. The investigators did not determine who was driving the vehicle. They didn't. Is there anything else you want viewers, listeners to know about your daughter's case or about your daughter, Caitlin?
Just other than she was a wonderful person and deserves better than what's being done to her right now.
And
Well,
Kate,
she's not here to defend herself.
and Caitlin was a corrections officer with the Erie County Sheriff's Office. She was 21 when she died. She was also a person who loved horses. Can you talk about that just a little bit?
They always said she took after me as far as that went. She barrel raced. She was involved in harness racing. Just really loved her animals. She just was a wonderful person, and maybe one day somebody out there knows something that they can bring forward that might help other than false information that Ashli Ford is putting out. I call it false information because if she's not willing to take it to the sheriff department, the information she has, it's false. There ain't
Mm-hmm.
nothing about what she says or posts, meaning Ashli Ford, is true in my opinion, if she's not willing to bring it forward to the law directors.
Mm-hmm. All right, Trish, if I have any other questions, would it be okay to call you back?
Yes,
All right. Thank you for talking with me.
you're welcome.
All right.